Hello, 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 you all. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum to all the Muslims. Ramadan Mubarak, or should I say Eid Mubarak? Greetings
Yeah.
to all you all. Habari Ghani. Namaste. Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
y'all. Peace, peace, peace.
Welcome, welcome. We're missing our little Mary. Hopefully she pops in soon. So
Yes.
let's
How's everybody doing? Welcome to Cover Me Q. What is this, the ninth episode, Granny?
episode 9. Girl, I never knew we would
Ooh,
see it. We see
I
9.
know. I know.
So
Um,
until we get started, you want to go and give us a nice prayer real fast? Sis, may Allah bless you.
actually, beloved, today, beloved, you might have to take over with the prayer.
I got it. I got it. So we'll give a quick prayer real fast. I got a comment. Assalamu alaikum, Queen. Sister Princesses gave a greeting. Here comes Mary. Here she comes. Hold on. Let's add her in. Let's add her in.
Yes, ma'am. There she
There
is.
she go. Hey, you late. But better late than never.
Ah.
Good job, Minister Mary. You about to make me start stumbling the prayer.
Oh, I like your background, Mary. That's
Thank you.
jazzy. That is
Thank
super
you.
cute.
Yes, I was trying to. Let me see. Move my chair. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at that. I like that. That is so pretty.
come
Thank
on, girl. Let's
you.
go. We get to work. So I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, open up in prayer, Mary.
Oh, praise be to Allah. Okay, thank you. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You do we worship and your aid do we seek. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors. Not the path of those upon whom their wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Amen.
I
I
mean, thank you
beautiful.
so much, Sister Mary, for that beautiful prayer.
Thank you. Thank
As
you.
a
Okay,
reminder,
I do
ladies, please put your
apologize.
phones on Do Not Disturb if you have not already.
Yes, ma'am. They are on. I mean, I can't talk to my other boo. I'm on here.
Ooh, I ain't got
Ain't no
nothing to
other
do with
boo.
that.
Let's stop that.
I'm messing with you.
Hey, Mary, hey, Marianne, we rocking the Tams. We rocking the Tams tonight.
Yes.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing. You see, I want to make sure it stay glammed up.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Mary, should I pull mine down like this or should I pull it up like this?
Well, I got a huge forehead. So, for me, like if I put it up like that, to me, it don't look right. I always like to keep mine kind of centered a little bit. So
Okay.
it all depends. I don't think your forehead is as exaggerated as mine, but
She said
let's do
I
what
exaggerated.
like to
works.
keep mine like right at the point of my eyebrows.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the measure I use. Do I look okay, y'all?
You
Yes,
look beautiful,
great.
love. I love that green and gold you're rocking. See,
Oh,
great
great.
minds think alike. I got on my
See?
oh wait here.
Green.
I got on my roots. I got
Okay.
roots. This is my roots today.
Oh, look at that. I like that. Oh, that is so dope.
That's my roots today. And I'm always trying to get some of these accessories going on with my jacket and of course the stretch pants that match and this is crowns right here.
Cause you
Right,
fancy.
right, right. So I was just letting the audience know that I'm gonna, take the back seat on today's conversation because I'm not feeling my best. But I am here and I am present. I wanted to show up for my sisters and for our audience. But today Mo is really gonna be listening and taking notes, if that's okay with my co-creators.
Oh yes, ma'am. And welcome salam, Sister
Absolutely.
Beverly from Belize, child. Ooh, welcome
Oh, Sister
salam.
Beverly, she sent me a message, Granny. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, praise due to it. Look at her all the way from Belize. We got folk all up in the hood, all
Yeah,
the way from Belize.
Sister
Princess is on here
Beverly.
too.
Wait, Sister
Awesome.
Beverly sent me a message and she thanked us, for the podcast and our topics, and that we really influence her in her daily life. Like she sent the message and a heartfelt message. Let me know that she was in Belize and that she was telling people about us. I said,
Wow.
"Oh, praises due to Allah." So thank you, Sister Beverly.
And Sister Princess is sitting there with my baby. Put my baby to the screen and I can give her a kiss.
Oh, get a baby kisses, Princess. Oh, shout
Yeah.
out to Princess. We always got to shout Princess out too. Princess
Yes.
is the sister who makes our flyers. And honestly, I'm going to tell y'all something. We need Sister Princess. We really need her for real, for real. She does
Child,
an
like,
excellent job. She does an excellent job on our flyers, our advertisements. She never asks for any money. So she's so humble, and we appreciate you, Sister Princess. Thank you so much.
Princess said she writing off some of them sins, putting them in her sin savings and loans to some deposits.
Right.
Well, sisters, let's get started today. She said the baby's right here. Oh, my sugar right there. Sister Michelle Beckwith is giving us the greetings. Walaikum salam, family. We're going to say walaikum salam, and we're going to get started. Today's topic is, who wants to holler what today's topic is?
I do it, self-esteem. Nah, I'm just playing.
You're crazy. Today's topic is
self-examination.
Self-examination.
That's self-examination.
Come on.
You know, it does reflect off of the your self-esteem if you're just going off of the title by itself. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and start. You
self-examination. Mo says she not feel too good today, so I'm gonna be the chatterbox today. And she gonna chime in when she feel a little better. We're gonna pray for her though. Self-examination, and we also says, do you love you? Good question. So today we're gonna need all of you today to chime in and text in and conversate with us and help us with this conversation. Do you love you? So tell me, Mary, tell me about what does "do I love me" mean to you? And
well, here we go. You know, the first thing I like to do is clear words.
Go ahead.
So the first thing I want to do, I want to talk about the word "do."
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna talk about the word "do." Let's talk about the word "do."
Mm-hmm.
So my first definition. Wait. See, I didn't bring my paper and pencil like he told me.
Because you're hard-headed. It's all right. Like
I know. I'm always hard-headed, so hold on. I'm always hard-headed. You know that. You know what I mean? That you just ain't had to pull that belt out.
No, my belt's in the chamber. I always got a purse belt. I'm a granny. I keep a purse belt waiting for them hard heads. Like
where do you keep the purse belt? In the purse?
Yeah, I keep the purse belt in the purse. Mind your business.
So wait. There's no limit. You pull it out anytime on anybody. Okay, Granny.
So do
they put a belt in your purse when you buy it. I mean, come on, you don't use your purse belt.
I mean, you know, I call them the attitude adjusters.
That's right.
Right.
The enforcer, my son called the enforcer.
So here we go. Let me do this because I'm gonna type up one, and I got two phones, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it like this. Just make sure that I have what I'm striving to achieve here.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. So do is a verb.
Mm-hmm.
A verb means that is action. It shows action.
Okay.
Do, perform an action, the precise nature of which is often unspecified. Achieve or complete.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I like that.
Self. The definition of the word self.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong definition. I don't want that definition right there. Hold on, let me get back. Self, here we go. Self is a noun.
Mm-hmm.
A person's essential being that distinguishes them from others, especially considered as the object of introspection or reflective action. In an adjective form, it is trimming or cover of the same material. I know we like that word material. I got lots of it. And color as the rest of the item.
Okay.
It's also a verb. I didn't know that. Let's get into this. It says self-pollinate. self-fertilize.
That's a deep word right there. I gotta write that one down. Self-fertilize.
Listen.
Self-pollinate.
Now I'm gonna go into love because I still haven't answered the question. But I want to get here first because this is what when we starting this off, this is what I think I have just started just doing this. Love. We always say it's a verb, but on here the first thing that comes up, it says it's a noun.
Come on.
Yes, an intense feeling of deep affection. 2, a great interest and pleasure in something. The verb, feel deep affection for someone. 2, like or enjoy very much. So your question is, do I self-love myself? Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely, I do. I do self-love me.
Okay. I like that.
What about you?
No, go ahead, Mo. I see your lips primed to get to say something. You better say it, girl.
Yes. Peace, everyone. Sister Monique here. I would say, to answer that question to myself, I would say no. I would say I don't love myself. I said based on submission, like, because if I really, really, truly love myself, then I would be following every single law that's prescribed for us. You know what I mean? I would be, just 100% at the top of my game. I would be the best example that Master Farad Muhammad came. I would be a God, and I'm still working on myself. So I want to love myself, and I'm learning how to love myself. And that what Mary said, the definition of because I never even experienced real love until I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So I know that I don't even know how to love myself, but I know that I am learning to love myself by going to, my women's only class, which is my lifeline to my life. So I thank Allah for our class. But so to answer that, I'm striving to love myself as I learn what love is. And then I'm starting to trickle it down to my children, to my husband, inshallah. It's a domino effect, because as we learn, we're supposed to be spreading, like the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like the AIDS virus. We should be infecting people like the AIDS virus, like, infecting them and affecting them with these teachings. And by living them, that's true love. That's true submission. And so I'm striving to do that. And I thank Allah for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because he is the best example of love.
Yes.
Even when he speaks to us and he chastises us, or he talks to us if we have made him upset, he knows how to speak to us in an authoritative manner, and we able to take it like a champ, because we know that he loves us. Like, we know he's sacrificing his entire life for us. That right there is the best example of love.
Yes.
So am I sacrificing, doing everything that I can to make sure that I love myself, my family, and my children? I'm striving to. So all praise is due to Allah. I'll pass the mic to you now, Granny.
Good question. And I guess I gave it to you guys first because I had to ponder a little bit more for my own personal self. And I can say I'm learning. And I'm really happy to stand on that word learning, because I'm learning to love the person that I'm becoming. We also know we are a person, that the person who you are, you really don't understand who you are until you reach a certain age. I had a sister tell me 45, you become, you start to understand. At 50, you kind of adjusting, but at 65, you're a knower. You know what I mean? At 75, like the messenger said, you don't even understand life until you're 75. He said how to even understand how to live life until you're 75. If you make it to that number, I can say as I've turned 50, I'm learning to love the person that I'm becoming. I'm learning to love how she's creating and how she's becoming more vocal and more passionate in things. Could I have said this to you 20 years ago? No. Did I said this to you maybe 30 years ago? No. I was not in love with myself. And I understand. And
Let's stop.
Oh, it's all right. You're right. Okay. Because of the fact of the matter is, we have learned. We never were taught and trained to properly love ourselves. We were
That part.
trained to love others.
Mm-hmm.
And to give to others and to do for others before we did for ourselves. So once we learn to love ourselves, then that, I know with me personally, certain parts are starting to emulate in me that other people can feel my own love for me as I, as I radiate it out to them,
Right.
because you once again, I always make this analogy. When you're on the plane and they dropped a little mask, they tell you what? Save yourself first before you can save anyone else. So I was not properly loving no one because I was not properly loving me. So now that I am giving myself this time and I am finding this moment, the little moments I can steal to, as you say, self-fertilize, I like that word, and self-pollinate myself. Now I'm learning how to enjoy who Sister Latrice Granny Muhammad is becoming. Even the little name people, my grandbabies, I never thought that they would call me something so old, but it stuck. And then when they called me that, it was a joke my son made up. I told him his kids will call him by his children will call him by his name. And he said, well, they're going to call you Granny. And I was like, oh, okay. They don't call me that old. But when I realized that I am someone's grandmother, it kind of clicked in me. My clothes changed, my thoughts changed a little bit different. And I started moving out in a more selfless way.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not about me anymore. Now I have a whole set of future behind me that are now a legacy of me. Your children are a legacy of me, but now you have a second legacy that God's been blessed to let you see of yourself. So that means that now you have to work a little bit harder, because these people are going to talk about you later on, even deeper in the future than your children will.
Right.
So that was my whole mission myself. I want to read this sister because it was kind of nagging at me. And she says, I've learned to love myself. My issue is I often feel no love from others.
You know what? I think everybody had experienced what she's experienced. Go ahead, Granny. I'm sorry.
No, you ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, can you go back to the comment though?
She said, I've learned to love myself. My issue is I feel no love from others.
I often feel no love from others. That is so deep, because you know what? And I understand that. I feel like that too. And that means, like, in actuality, we feel lonely. That means that we really feel lonely. And so that's why it's so important to seek refuge in Allah and make Allah sufficient for all of your needs, because Allah will send you a companion. It could be a sister. It could be, whatever you're looking for. Somebody to babysit your child. It could be a husband, a wife. I'm just saying, but everything that we need, we get it through submission. That's how we get Allah to answer our prayers. So I thank her for that comment. You want to say something about it, Granny?
No, you know what? When she said I want to go a little deeper into it, when she was talking about how she doesn't feel it from other people. And that's what I used to feel, sis. And you know what I had to tell myself? What if there was no one else here but me? Because in the womb, it was just me and Almighty God Allah. What if it was just me? I mean, am I supposed to stop being and creating and doing and praising him because nobody else cares the way I feel to care? Right. Because at the end of the day, people can say they love you, but what is love? Love is duty. It's an action. Are they even giving love? Right. It's easy to say, oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. But what are you doing to show me you actually love me? What have you created for me? What have you destroyed for me if you had to? What have you made manifest to show me that I actually love you? And what is it that you love about me?
Oh, come on, that part.
Which goes, I think, Sister Princess's question. She says, and before we go, Maya said, yes, he does. The minister is awesome. And yes, he is, ma'am. He is a blessing that we are not even worthy really of.
Yes.
Princess says, I was confused, vanity with self-love for a long time. I used to think I loved myself because I thought I was cute. You is cute.
Oh, listen to that. That is something. Excuse me, Princess Harvey. She is beautiful, by the way. I looked at her profile picture. I was like, oh my goodness, this sister's drop dead gorgeous. And I'm not just saying that. I really think that she is really gorgeous.
She's the bomb. Cut it out.
there she go. She had to give the definition. What is love? Like she mistaken vanity for self-love. I wonder, Sister Princess, if you don't mind, what experience made you realize the difference between vanity and self-love? Go ahead, Granny or Mariam.
Go ahead, Mary.
Okay. Self-love, in its personal, it's personal in everything that it is. That's partly why we say self. We have learned within our MGT class that self-love, self-analysis, self-evaluation is all part of that action. How you get to know who you are. You don't know who you are. Every day we are taught that we're supposed to kill something in us to make us better than what we was yesterday.
Come on.
So I still say I love myself because that's the thing that I'm striving for. I'm striving to learn me. The definition wasn't about whether or not I was trying to do that. It said, this is what you're doing.
Yes, ma'am. And
So for me, I do love myself, but I do know that there are things that I have to do in order to articulate, to manifest, to bring forth, to put it all together.
Yes.
That self-love really details in my life. And when we say life, I mean, that's at home with my husband, with my children. I can't tell my children that I love them more than I love me. Because at the end of the day, as me and my husband have had a conversation before, how much do you love them? When the time may come when they say you have to sacrifice them, do you love them that much to sacrifice them? Do you love yourself to sacrifice yourself?
Come on.
Come on.
The minister has said, when we're holding post, you don't always have to have all of this accolades that you're a boxer, you know, all the martial arts and you got all the belts. He said, you're going to protect what you love.
That part.
You will give your life for what you love. If that love is genuine. So that's me. I like to say, yes, I love me. I'm going to protect me. I'm going to say, we can all say, I might not love myself as much as someone else might think I should. Oh, you should love yourself better than that. Yeah. But I heard Sister Ava say, when we talk truth and we talk in regards to ourselves, because we are Muslims, because we are civilizing and dignifying ourselves, we talk with a sense of pride that people don't understand. So when somebody gives me a compliment about something, I say, I'm so humble for that. Beautiful. I'm so humble for that. Like, oh girl, that you should be who I know. I'm humble and I'm grateful.
Yes. I'm not worthy.
That's that part. Do you love yourself? Do you know what the self-love is that makes you worthy? What made you worthy of love?
That part.
Because of another person? What made you worthy?
Good question.
It didn't say anywhere in none of the definitions that I gave that is mandatory.
No.
It didn't say it was optional.
No.
Between the nouns, the verb, and the adjectives. Nothing was set in stone.
Yes, ma'am.
Other than you do for you.
Good question.
So,
Let me read some of these comments, and I'll praise you to Allah. You really touched them points there, Miss Sister Mary. That's why we were so happy you heard and jumped on this line. Sister Beverly said, I'm learning to love myself and the purpose of myself. Mm. Come on, sis. The purpose, she said, of myself. I like that. Princess gave us a thank you and a praise be to Allah for telling her that she's beautiful. She better know it. And she said, MGT class put a mirror in front of me, not physically, but through the different things we learn in there. I realized a lot of my actions were not of a person that loved themselves. Ooh, good. Come on. I see a part 2 coming. I like this. And come on, Mary. This your maintainer. I like that he pops up though. Brother Bill, shout out to Brother Bill. Go ahead.
I thank him so much for the support. I really do. That's a part of love.
Yes, it is.
That we support each other. So his comment is, and he did give the greetings, so I want to return the greetings to you.
Walaikum salam, brother.
Walaikum salam, big brother.
And his comment is, most of us have never experienced life by ourselves for long periods of time between relationships. So we've never gotten comfortable in our own skin. Once you've done that, you know we only need God.
Come on, big brother. That is such the truth.
Yes, it is. Yes. The subtle truth is right there. That's so subtle. You can't. I don't even really want to touch no more about that, because what he just said is the truth. In between relationships, it could be the relationship that you had with the church, and then you came into the Nation of Islam, and now you have a relationship in a mosque. It could be a relationship that you have in leadership, because you think that leadership in some aspects love you. The actions. And leadership is not just necessarily talking about at the mosque. So I don't want people like, oh, she's talking about the mosque. No, leadership is all over the board. You have leadership when you at work. You got leadership when you the boss. You got leadership when you go someplace else. You got leadership with the police authority. You got leadership all over the world. So it's not just me talking about what's going on inside the mosque. So I want to make sure that I get that point across. Okay.
Period.
But a relationship, and then it could be relationships. He could be speaking personal about relationships of being in relationships with a man and a woman. You don't have any time with yourself.
Yes.
That's self-care.
Some women go from man to man to man to man, and some men go from woman to woman to woman to woman. They don't sit down.
They never figure out why they're crazy. Took me a long time.
And you know what, that's so important, because that cooling off period, so I'll explain a couple personal things about myself, because I was previously married, and then once we decided to go our separate ways, I moved back home for 3 years. It was just me and my children. I had to have that cooling off point. You know what I mean? Because we as women, we get so lost sometimes in taking care of everybody else, to the point where at this stage of my life, I had to relearn myself again. I had to recommit to my own self again. I had to even realize what I liked and didn't like, because I forgot certain things I didn't even like, because I would stop eating certain things because of who was around or certain people. And I was like, wait a minute, no, I used to eat this at one point. You know what I mean? So it's like rediscovering yourself all over again. Like the brother said, that cooling off time is really the time where you make Allah sufficient in your life, like he said.
You gotta figure it out.
Yes, because you got to figure it out. And then as women, we be afraid, because we've been with this person for so long, and now we're going into a new journey without that person. And so it's very scary. We have our children with us, so we have no choice but to make Allah sufficient. What else are we going to do?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Hagar in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? We find our way. We make it happen regardless to who or to what. We show up. We show up when we can't even show up. We still show up.
Whoo, you better say it, girl.
You know what I mean? And that's the 75% of the work that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was talking about. 75%. That's almost the whole gap. That's almost the whole equation. That's almost everything. It's like that workload is so heavy. So all that to say is the self-care is so important because our job is so broad, it's so
Yeah.
heavy. We got
Yeah.
the whole globe. We really is responsible for everything in existence, if you really want to be honest about
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Go ahead.
We're gonna give everyone, please give a walaikum salam and a Ramadan Kareem to Sister April.
Woo!
Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak.
Kareem,
And
sis.
Sister
Ramadan
Michelle said, we need Allah first, she said.
Yes, we do.
She said, but we also need others in our life to journey with Allah made us this way. And yes, ma'am, that's true. You cannot, we're not saying that you're only doing this journey alone. No, ma'am, please don't take it that way. What we're saying is we cannot properly, I don't mean myself personally, I learned that I cannot properly give what I don't have invested in me at all. Because now I'm giving it all and I'm leaving my tank empty. And then when you need a genuine piece of me, it's not there. You know,
Ooh,
Right.
I want to read this right here, if you guys don't mind. And first of all, I did tag her up in the comments. I'm gonna go back and push it down. My sister, her name is Kimberly. She has she has a beautiful page on YouTube. It's Natural Intentions Community. Natural Intentions Community. If you can go watch her, Kimberly. I go through a radical self-love class with Kimberly. If you can see, it's radical self-love. But my sister has really helped me to overcome a lot of things that I have been fighting with my own personal journey. And this is a quote from Buddha. It says, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." Then he says, "Loving yourself unconditionally, exactly the same way we love our children and pets, is what we are striving for. But instead, we love ourselves with conditions. We expect to be happy with ourselves only when we get the job we want, or acquiring something, or losing weight. And only then do we feel worthy of our own self-compassion. Why wait for the outside circumstances to change?" And then he says, Eckhart Tolle will tell us that if we get the inside right, the outside will fall in place, because inside is where our love waits for us.
That part. Come on.
So when I saw that, it says, "Love yourself as much as anybody in the entire universe deserve your love and your own affection." So we have to, first, it goes back to, what do you feel personally about you? Because a lot of times we make ourselves the back end
all the time,
and then we sit around wondering, well, why can't nobody know? Whoa, no, what about you? Because years ago, Brother Russell came to our mosque and he says, our energy does not even radiate for people to even attract to us.
Come on, look at that. Listen to that.
So if your energy is not even radiating, love me, help me, desire me, help me to be, just to be on this level, then no, we're not going to find someone on this level to journey with. And like I said, the journey doesn't always have to be a male. The journey could be just a sister that's just a cool sister, somebody I could just tell my problems to, or call, or just somebody just to give me that word of the day, make me smile and laugh, like Thea right here. Ramadan Kareem, sister.
I got a question for you, Granny. How do you make your energy radiate? Like, how do we control that?
You know what? I'm gonna give you something. I asked everyone to get some paper and pencil before I get started with this. We're gonna read a couple of these comments, and Brother Will came back again. We appreciate you, big brother. We really do. He says, "Can one truly say they love themselves without knowledge of self? That's like saying you love a complete stranger in that way." Come on. You on point tonight, bro. You're gonna be our first guest. He said, so sister has she has put together this beautiful class. Like I said, her name is Kimberly. It's Natural Intentions Community. And in her radical self-love class, she says self-love is not a desperate need to be better or more deserving than others. It's not selfishness or vanity. It's not conditional or desired outcomes, and it's not exaggerated sense of importance or classic narcissism. Self-love is open and honest. So we first have to learn to be open and honest with ourselves. And she has a couple little things that we had to go on. I want everybody to grab a piece of paper and pencil, if you can, take a challenge with me. And ask yourself these questions. Number one is, The 3 things I love best about myself are, and fill in the blank. And this is your own personal self-analysis. The 3 things I love best about myself are. Then she says, number 2 is I'm exceptionally good at. What are you good at?
Wait, hold on, Granny. You're going too far.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fast, person.
I'll give it to you later if you want me to.
Okay.
Number 3 is I'm showing more interest in. Now, these are all questions personally for yourself. Then it says blank is something I really want to cultivate more in my life. So you're asking yourself, what is it that I like to cultivate more in my life? Number 5, this week I'm going to reward myself by. Because we don't do that. When the last time you rewarded yourself? Besides them cupcakes that's in the closet and them Snickers you got hiding in your drawer. When? When the last time we honestly told ourselves, I'm going to buy my, even if I went and bought myself some new stockings, stop wearing the ones that run the runs and I'm putting fingernail polish at the end, mind your business. When do you buy yourself some new stockings? That's a reward to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I hereby choose not to worry about.
Ooh.
I've been told I have a great. You have a great what? I deserve to feel good because I do my best too. So she said, I deserve to feel good because I do my best too. Two is a blank. Add, fill it in. And I'm not going to read them all because I want you to go take her class. But this one, I choose to be proud of having blank because I deserve it. And all these things right here are something that you can ask yourself. What do I do? Do I do any of this? Do I even look at myself and even praise my own self? It's not being selfish. It's not being unkind. You deserve to praise yourself. You deserve to appreciate yourself, to be kind and gentle with yourself, to take time with yourself. Do we honestly do this anymore? As well, I know back in the day, my mom used to, very seldom when she get a chance to, she used to go in the bathroom, run this big old hot tub of water with some bubbles and some salts, and she would sit there and just Calgon, take me away. Y'all not old enough to probably remember Calgon, but Calgon.
No, I remember Calgon. I remember Calgon.
And then you emerged a wrinkly little black woman, but she was a whole different person. After that water done turned cold and she got all wrinkly, but she was a whole different person.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So I hope I didn't take too much of you guys' time, but I just want us to answer ourselves these questions. Even if you answer one of them.
And you know what else I think is important? I think it's important to communicate with your husband or your wife, like your spouse, because you know, my husband knows about like a lot of the trauma that I had experienced before when I was married. And so now I'm at a point in my life where, like, if I'm at Target or Walmart shopping or something and I see like a nice little inexpensive bracelet or something and I want it, I'm going to buy it.
That part.
I'm just going to buy it because that's what I want and that's what's giving me happiness right now. I'm not breaking no laws. All our bills are paid. You know, I am a well kept woman. Okay. I'm not being boastful, but I'm thankful to Allah that my husband takes extremely good care of all of us. So I didn't have that before. You know what I'm saying? So now my mental is totally different from back then to now. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm able to really have my space to even do self-care because before I was like, self-care, what is that?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't even, and that's sad. That's not how it's supposed to be. So now I thank Allah that, you know, moving forward, He has made my circumstances tremendously better. And I'm able to actually start loving myself. Like I'm actually able to go be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a pedicure.
Yes.
Like, I appreciate that because I'm telling you, I didn't always get to do stuff like that, you know? And my husband be like, I'm going to go get a pedicure. You don't understand. You don't understand. Sometimes just stay in your lane. I try to stay in my lane. You try to stay in your lane. I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm just saying, like, I know what I need that makes me feel good. Just like I couldn't try to tell him what he needs to make him feel good.
Come on.
And I wouldn't try to do that or regulate that. Because I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Yes.
But he stays in his lane pretty much. But yeah, I just wanted to add that to the cipher.
I know what before I read Thea's, because Thea, I got honestly, ma'am, sister, I got 3 more hours before I break fast, and then I can go back to my trap music for next. So
listen, you know what?
Read your comment.
Be honest. When's the last time you listened to a trap song?
No. I myself personally have not turned on any trap music for 30 days. Dang. I have cut down my sailor conversation. I ain't gonna say I ain't dropped no F-bombs and I ain't calling people some way. I have probably used more gestures than words.
Congratulations, Granny.
But I'm working on this part of myself. You know, so that is what was my blessing. Sister said, "I'm amen." I thought that when Rick Ross made the song "Bag of Money," you had me here singing to myself. That's what I'm not messing with you. We had dated at some point because I knew he was talking about me, girl. Yes. Come on. He said, "I can't even sing the sing up and give me in trouble. I got 2 hours left on break fast." And Kareem, it Mubarak, sister, Sister Trinice, and Laquita's on here. Laquita's Mo's baby girl.
Who's baby girl?
Laquita.
Oh, that's my daughter-in-law. Assalamu alaikum. Y'all look so beautiful. I love you, Mama. Oh, thank you, Laquita. Y'all, can we just congratulate my daughter-in-law? She graduated this in graduation at Savior's Day. She's a brand new ex. Yay!
That's wonderful.
I'm so proud of you, Laquita.
You're awesome, Quita. Here's my next thing that got me.
Randy, you see the comments before we do. That's why I was like, I didn't know who you was talking about.
That's why I was putting them up as they go. I didn't want to go too fast and miss people. But something that got me to really start looking deeper into myself, and it honestly made me cry every day when I did it. I had to catch myself from being a big weepy baby as I turned 50. I'm crying all the time, but the minister says to look in the mirror every day and says, "I am not the woman of man. I am the woman of God." And then he told us that we are the second self of the wisest God that ever lived.
Come on.
And we said that I'm the woman of God. That right there made me look at myself a lot more and go, how can I not enjoy this person? How can I not make this person more accountable? How can I not make her find out what her mission on this life, this small little minuscule timepiece that we have here is? And can I make people more enjoyable to be, when they meet me? I ask people, when you met me, what was your first encounter? And I know Mary gonna tell you, I made her laugh because I had grits in the belt right there, and I was.
I got the same encounter. That's all I was gonna say. The hot grits.
A lot of people encountered me in different ways, but I always want to say, what was, if my first impression, which is your lasting impression on a person, was something that was meaningful and it made you feel a certain way, then I am striving to do what my mission is, because I don't know completely what it is. I'm still lost, but I know that I pray every day that he guides my hands to be more, how can I say? I'm not going to use special words because I know I'm not that special, not anointed, but to be more of a help to make people just feel happy. Because we already live in a world that's already just downtrodden and beat up, and we already know all things and everything's going on. But when's the last time you just giggle? You just laugh? Sometimes a good laugh take all the pain away. What you saying? Mary got that look on her face. I'm gonna go to Detroit and come. I will fly Spirit and come get you. You think I won't?
Hey, she got that.
I've been quiet. I've been quiet.
You being quiet make me nervous.
I guess it would because I'm usually. I'm
gonna get my purse bill. She quiet. Somebody right, y'all. She said there will always be others who will think they aren't the best of the best, but you have to get to where they are dead. Come on, they dead. See, she quoting lyrics again. I'm getting you, girl. I got 2 more hours. Go ahead, Mary. You got that look in your eye.
I would like to go back to my husband's comment when he says, can one truly say they love themselves without knowledge of self? No, but the only way we come into contact with what knowledge of self is is when we come in contact with the man that loves us and has been dedicating himself for over 60 years to making sure that the message of who God really is
Come on.
is acknowledged and verified.
Come on.
So I acknowledge that. And I think I put a post up like
I think we
She
might be
froze.
having difficulties.
Until she come back in, we're gonna read these comments real fast. Laquita said, "That's so true. A good laugh will always take the pain away." Sis, it has helped me to come across and a lot of things in my life that I would have took in a Mo will tell you. I'll call her and go, "Girl, we was laughing at this cry." She's like, "What you was laughing? That wasn't." I had to laugh because the laugh kept me from crying, or the laugh made the whole situation, took the levity away of it. You know what I'm saying? So. Sister Tracy says, Granny was it? What she say? Girl, bless her heart. You was a genuine sister from the start. Bless your heart. Oh, Tracy,
Granny, I told you they be loving you, Granny. I told you that.
Me and Tracy go back like a Cadillac on two flats. Cut it out. That's my boo from the city of Compton. That's my girl.
Oh,
Thea laughing at me because I got a couple more hours left, and she keep quoting these come on, girl. Let me give me some coffee in me first before I get to with my rap lyrics.
Here I go drinking my.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm sorry, girl.
Me and the Migos got a date. We've been waiting for 30 days to hang out with each other. She said, "You're doing your ministry now, and this is your ministry. All your mission. All praise due to Allah." And it takes a lot to really to figure out what God has for you and what He wants you to do with your life. You know, it's a blessing when we find those things.
Right? Can we get a shout out to Sister Trinice too, because she's a hardcore follower. She's in Cover Girls Rock. She's Be Cute. She subscribes to our YouTube channel. I think she follows us on Instagram. She's always on our podcast. She constantly makes comments. So I want to give her some love. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Queen. We thank you. We need all those. And here comes Thea. She said, "Laughter has kept me in my sanity and child. I know a couple episodes of Snapped had my name on it. You better stop playing."
Assalamu alaikum. They kicked me out. I guess when I said Elijah, they didn't like me saying nothing.
It's all right. We're gonna scream it to the top of the rafter.
Okay, because you know they watching this. Don't forget what happened today when we.
I know. Walaikum salam, sister, so creative. Y'all give her a good walaikum salam.
Oh, walaikum salam, sister, so creative. Yes, says our praises due to Allah. I love you. Oh, yes, sis, we love you.
So
can I finish that? I don't know what happened. Can I finish my comment on that?
Go ahead, Mariam.
So when I said I'm thankful that Elijah came for me, because that's the only way I was able to learn who I am. And through the teachings of him, through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who told me that I was the second self of God. I don't know how much more excitement one could have when they tell you something like that. If that didn't boost you, I don't know what did. I'm not the second self of man. I am the second self of God. And although I may be 1 degree to a man, lesser than a man, as the minister says, and there's no disrespect, it's only because of your physique or your prowess, or because you have those muscles to do what you're going to do. And then the second part of his statement, he says that's like saying you love a complete stranger in that way. All praises due to Allah. I love Master Farad Muhammad. He's a stranger. I've never met that man before in my life, and I do know that he's a man. I've never met the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he is a man. And I have met the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I have shaken his hand several times, and I have been able to feel his energy, see his aura, know good, and I know emphatically without a doubt that it is pure and sincere.
Yes, ma'am.
So I love that man like that.
Come on.
I don't know him like that, but I love him like that.
That part.
So that's not discrediting anything that he has to say. I'm just giving what he has to say more life in a different way.
That's that yin and that yang. You come on, wife. You cover that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, couple comments. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna stop because I don't want to go too far.
We're gonna have part two of this. I kind of like this conversation. We're gonna be part
I
two.
do too.
Me
I really
too,
do.
y'all. Me too.
I really do. Because we got a lot still to peruse on this, and time goes by fast. Sister So Creative Sister is Sister Taliba and Al-Nur, and she is thebomb.com. I have a wallet in my purse that is made from her. My sister is a beekeeper. She is just trust me. When I say she is an all-around MBT, jack of all trades, child, she mastered them all. Yes, she is. We appreciate you, Queen. We thank you for coming to our live. She said she's been looking for it, and she found it. Alaikum salam.
All praises due to Allah.
And we have someone that thanked Princess for inviting her to our live. How awesome is that? Thank you. She said, thank you, sister. We appreciate you. Is that Gil is guilty? Is that I don't know if that's a woman or a man, but however you is, we thank you.
Right, whatever. We thank you anyway.
Some of us all guilty at a point of time, trust me.
Right.
And sis says, this is amazing. Wow.
Praise be to
All
Allah.
praise due to Allah. So do you know her, Granny So Creative Sister?
Yes, Sister Taliba. Oh my gosh, she took one of my swing classes, but my sister is on Facebook. Trust me. She makes these bags and these wallets that are
Really?
I have one in my purse. I'm not gonna get it because I need to put it in a wash machine because I'm carrying it every purse I go to. It is fabric, but I keep my business cards in it.
Listen, pin her website in these comments, but also tag me and one on her page so I can buy stuff from her.
I will. So, but other than that, go ahead, Mary. Your man got you.
Or tell her, or
I got you.
Okay.
Tag yourself.
Well, I was only meaning strangers is in accordance to the flesh of me not knowing them. It's like me saying that I know my neighbor. I don't know them. A stranger is someone that you don't know. I don't know them. I just know the love that they have for us, which is what taught me who I am. And that's recent. This is something that is recent that the minister just told us that we was the second self of God. So again, my love, I'm not discrediting anything that you're saying. And you are absolutely correct with the statement that he just made. He said, well, when you meet,
put it on the screen.
You met the minister. Here, let me put this up. He says, when you met the minister, you are meeting the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and Master Farad Muhammad. They are not strangers, my queen. No, they're not. They're not strangers in that magnitude or of that essence. However, we do not believe in spooks. So I'm saying this in the terms of what we know as strangers as according to the actual flesh. I have not seen Master Farad Muhammad in person and shook his hand like I have seen the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and physically have shaken his hand. Although the spirit of both of them are in our loved minister right now. And so I do accept that. So, and I thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And we got a couple more questions. Go ahead. Guilty as a lady. Yes, ma'am. How you doing? And yes, Mr. Michelle, Sister Talib is in Phoenix. Yes, ma'am. So before we leave out, girls, this has been an excellent.
Well, she asked the question. She said, "Are you in Phoenix?"
Yes, she's in Phoenix, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So we will part two this because I like this, and we haven't even finished it. You know, we and it seems like everyone is enjoying this part. And what we'll do is we'll put these questions up on our page, so you can ask yourself these questions. And once again, go find Sister Kimberly. It is Natural Intentions Community on YouTube. Natural, like the word natural intentions community.
Is she on Facebook as well?
She's on Facebook and she's also on Instagram, and she has an app. So if you go to her page on Instagram, you will be able to go to her app, and she has a community to where it's I think I paid $12 a month, and in the community we have lives, and she teaches vegan food, and she has it's just really awesome.
Oh my goodness, I want to subscribe to her page.
She does self-coaching and all these beautiful things. She is just an awesome sister. But before we go, I wanted to read this one right here if you guys don't mind. It says, don't compare your life to others. There's no comparison between the sun and the moon.
Come on.
They shine when it's their time.
That's right.
They shine when it's their time.
When it's their time. And that's what part two it will be for us. You will shine when it's your time.
That's right.
Isn't that something? Like
Amen.
Allah has designated a time for you to have your shine. Like nobody on earth can take that from you. If God gonna give it to you, ain't nothing nobody can do to take it away from you.
Come on.
So that's
Facts.
why we shouldn't be envious and jealous of one another. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? If somebody gets something, you should genuinely be happy for them. And if you're not genuinely happy for them, fake like you are, because one day you will mean it. Like
Come on.
practice, like you know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying. Like, oh, all
Mm-hmm.
praise due to Allah. You know, keep striving to be that one sister, being a cheerleader, and then one day you
Ooh.
gonna mean it.
Hey,
You know
look at
what I mean?
this.
Go ahead, y'all.
I love that comment right there. You see the one I just put up?
Mm-hmm. Comparison. Go
Comparison.
ahead.
Is a thief of joy.
Man.
Mm.
Listen to that.
Come on.
That's
Comparison
so
is the
true.
thief of joy.
Mm.
That's
I
so
like
true.
that. And that's beautiful, sis. Who is that? Sister Jaslyn Bailey. We appreciate you, Queen, for being on with us. But that is so true. Comparison. Because how can you compare an apple to an orange? I mean, each one of us are so unique in our own way. Even when you saw God is so, he's so perfect that we don't even have the same fingerprint. We don't have the same voice print.
No
Nothing about me
snowflake
is
is the
like,
same. No
come
snow.
on.
No
No,
raindrop is
how big
identical.
is that? No snowflake. As little as minute as a snowflake is. No snowflake is the same. I'm thank God it don't snow in California. Thank you. But he said no snowflake is
I
the
was about to.
same. Shut up. But that is something that's really deep to where
Right.
no matter so what my gift is may not be yours. And
Mm,
what's yours
come on.
ain't mine. But we should learn to celebrate each other and find the love and the joy in what he's giving you. Stop looking at other people's stuff because you don't know, like what my mom used to say, walk a mile in that man's shoes, you go won't take them off.
That part. You know what I'm saying? That's like what you said the other day. The minister said, yeah, a lot of y'all think y'all want me to be your husband. You know what I'm saying? He said, y'all couldn't handle a man like me. If the minister keep it 100, he ain't gonna bite his tongue for nobody. He said, because y'all can't deal with a man like me. You know
Not
what I'm
at
saying?
all.
He said, because I'm paraphrasing, but he said, I don't put up with no foolishness.
Come on.
Now, woman, he said, you gonna be my woman. You gonna have to listen and pay attention.
Ooh, and I'm hard
Well,
headed.
yeah, girl, we got
Different
that mouth. We got that
rebellions. You
mouth.
better come on. We got that mouth. We be looking at it
Mhm,
like, what? Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Your beats be
mhm.
crunchy. Keep it up. Go ahead and read that one, Mary. Mary, what she say right there? Because you got that look on your face, and I'm coming. I'm on right here. Let me show you Southwest.com.
I'm okay. I was
We
trying to
got
get
the
my
first.
video to play from Sister Ava, but it's not playing right. And then for some reason I can't find the exact spot that I had
No, girl.
in her speaking. So I do apologize about that. I guess I'm just having some technical difficulties right
She
now.
got spirit up there.
You know, she got spirit on what
Oh
is that?
my
Is that your
goodness.
top five?
Girl, I got
Somebody
spirit on my
please.
top five because I know I got to find at your house and come jack you up. You better.
Okay, we got 2 minutes. I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Oh, hold on one second. Let's get this last comment. Sister, yes,
Okay.
ma'am. It's a sign of being ungrateful. Oh, when you compare. So this is part
Mm.
two. You'll shine
Yeah.
when it's your time. So the princess, you heard that, girlie? If you're
You will
gonna shine
shine
when it's
when it's
your
your
time.
time. That's next week's topic. Write it down, Sister Princess.
Self-examination part two.
Yeah.
Part 2.
So go
Part
ahead, Mo.
2.
You say because Mo,
Okay,
go
yes.
ahead. We got 2 minutes.
Sister Monique Muhammad. I'm married to Brother Bourne Muhammad, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Muhammad Mosque number 12, top of the clock is where we're at. So if you're in the surrounding areas, I invite you to our mosque. It's on Germantown Avenue. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact numbers, but you can go to noi.org and you can look up our mosque locator and you can find any mosque in any city that's near you. So tell them Sister Monique brought you. Also, I am the sole owner and operator of my own professional cleaning service. It's called A Cleaning Woman LLC. I have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, Instagram. So please follow me on all social media platforms. Also, I am known as Monique the Rap Star. I am a head wrap specialist and an accessory engineer. So please follow Monique the Rap Star on all social media platforms as well, especially YouTube. I have a project that I'm dropping, and Ramadan is officially over. Like today's like the last day. So, but I'll drop the project probably next week, and also tune in this weekend because I will be traveling to Virginia
Come
Beach
on.
to accept a Monique Yasina Award. So, but if you want to know about the details about that, you have to go to my Facebook page. It's pinned to the top of my Facebook page. You can have all the details if you want to donate to the cause, if you want to come out to support me physically, if you just want to tune in online, do all of that. So I'm going to represent Cover Me Cute in Virginia Beach. I'm really excited about that. And I was a little deterred because originally what I planned to wear, it just didn't work out. So now I'm like last minute trying to put stuff together. And yeah, so, but you know what? The pressure's on. But guess what? I'm not going to stress about it. You know what?
The heat is on.
Because it is what it is. And
That part.
clothes are not important. A lot keeps telling me it's the message. The message is what's important. Like you show up. You know, that's what's important. You know, whether I got what if I got something brand new, if I got something I had to wear over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Come on. It's not even about that. How could I be so vain? You know
Come
what I
on.
mean? So I thank Allah just for the opportunity to even be able to go to give the message.
Yes.
You know, so I'm grateful for that. So anyway, make sure you all tune in this Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be live Facebooking. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm supposed to have like a 2 to 3 minute acceptance speech, which I have not written anything down because I'm not gonna go by it anyway. I'm gonna just let Allah guide me because that's just how I move. I could try to write it down and study it, but so I'm not gonna be long winded. But that's all I have. Thank you very much. I'm gonna pass the mic to Mariam. Assalamu
Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much, Sister Monique, the rap star, your cleaning woman LLC. I am Sister Mariam. I am out of Mecca, Detroit, mosque number 1. Please go to noi.org and you can find a mosque and study group locator. Wherever mosque or study group you go to, my name is valid. You can tell them Sister Mariam from Mosque number 1 invited you, and they will say, okay, come on
That
in. Okay.
alaikum.
I am a creator of Your Sister LLC. Your Sister LLC has 3 subsidiary companies that I manage. Uh, one company that I manage is called Sequential Beauty, where I make beautiful things like this pretty lip gloss. I know you can't see it, but it got roses and stuff in it.
Mm.
I make
And you make some
skincare
excellent
products.
facial scrub, by the way. Yes,
Oh, thank you very much. That you had the brown sugar, right?
the brown sugar, honey.
Yes,
Yes,
that brown sugar is the
it is the bomb, girl. I'm telling you, I used it. Well, I'll do it. I ain't gonna tell everybody. I'll
it,
wait.
it sells out every time I make a batch.
Yeah.
It sells completely out. So, and
You
I
know
am so
why? Because
grateful.
after you wash your face, it don't feel dried out. It keep you. It's like you got. I feel like I had olive oil in my face after I washed it. I was like, wow, I don't need no cocoa butter on. That's what got me.
And that's
Mm.
what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to clean and leave you feeling nice, smooth, supple, and your skin is nicely hydrated. Praise
Hmm.
be to Allah. Thank you very much. I am also the creator of Your Sister Stitches and Alterations. I am a seamstress. I have been a seamstress for 3 decades plus. Plus. Yeah, I think it totaled up about 32 years. 32 years, so three decades plus. So I am her. I am certified bona fide. I can take any piece of fabric with a needle and thread and do whatever it is I need to do.
You can.
Alterations are, anything that you can do with the needle and thread plus other things. Anything that needs to be altered. It could be a piece of paper that needs to be altered. We are literally altering paper when we write on it. We are altering t-shirts when we put subliminational colorful prints on it. We are altering fabric when we have to cut it and mend it together.
Come on.
And let me say this, Mary, that I have bought Mary's products. She makes masks, facial masks for my whole family. My husband has fallen in love with her FOI mask. So he goes to the mosque here in Philly. All the fruit is like, where'd you get the mask from? He was like, oh, Sister Mariam out of Detroit, #1. It was like, word. So we put in a big order. So now all the FOI in Philly is walking around with,
Come on.
what's your business name? Say it again, Mary.
Your Sister Stitches and Alterations.
Is known heavy in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Her face masks be popping. And when I go to MGT class too, I'm telling you, I'll be giving Mary's number out. I don't know
Yes,
how many
ma'am.
sales she didn't get, but
Yes,
I'm telling you, I'll be pushing her number out. Don't I, Mary?
Yes, you do. And I appreciate that. And yes, that is true. I think I probably did about 45 to 50 orders for FOI mask in Detroit, in Philly alone. That's in Philly alone. And I am so appreciative for you and Brother Vaughn for supporting my business. I am really, really appreciative of that. When I came out of being sick with COVID, like that was just something that just motivated me. I had to come out of quarantine. And the only way I can really do that was to do the personal protection, which was protecting me from, which was protecting my family from me. At all costs. And so I went through phases of these face masks until I was able to get everything that I needed to a standard of perfection for me. And if you have something that's for me, you can see that I take my time and I'm very detailed. It ain't something that I just put together.
Oh no, it's the best.
And just find some fabric and whatnot and just tell you, here you go. No, ma'am, you are getting top-notch quality from your sister. And
that's what I can say too, to add,
step on it
too.
That's what I do.
To add to that, like, because I'm a fashionista in my own right, and I can say, Mary, that I have seen your work, I have bought your products, and you are really the top of the line. Like, honestly, like, to me, in my humble opinion, you're one of the best seamsters that I've come across, and I like the fact how neat and thorough your work is. And I also like the fact that you charge what you charge because you know what your worth is and that you don't bend, and I like that as far as a business aspect too.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I think that I'm affordable for what I am producing for people.
Right.
I believe that I'm affordable. I do struggle sometimes with that because I just want to give so much love sometimes, but that fabric don't care how much love you got. When they say that they want $50 for a half a yard, they want $50 for a half a yard. So I apologize if I'm telling you it's $120 because that's $50 for a half a yard. It's $12 for shipping, most likely because it's heavy. And then on top of that, I have to invest in me.
Yeah.
My time and what it is that I'm doing. I'm specifically speaking about the embellished mask. Yes, they some people are like, oh, they're just as much as half price of a garment. They are, but what you're getting is quality. You're gonna get something that's not gonna fall apart. You can wash it and it's safe, it's breathable,
and it's original.
It's original. What are you doing?
Right. She said, "What are you doing?"
I take my time in that. And again, and then my third company is I am a co-creator of my husband's company, which is called Your Brothers LLC, and he is a expediter. So if we have companies that's out here that need to have a legitimate logistics person to transport products from one place to another, don't forget to pick up my husband because we are legit in that aspect as well.
All praises due to Allah.
I want to stretch this just for a second, just because I just want to be able to tell everybody that it's humble. It's humbling when you have someone that recognizes that you do quality work. I have Sister Trees here, and if I'm not mistaken, I heard your daughter say that my mask was so nice that she wanted to frame it.
I framed
that part right there.
That part. I'm saying that part.
A mask, I have to buy 2 because I'm gonna frame one.
Go ahead, Mary.
I mean, how do you take that? How do you digest that? I'm just so humble because that's the skill that I have. That's something that I'm good at, and I like to manifest that. So I'm very grateful for everyone that has purchased anything from me, from my skincare lines to my sewing, or anyone that has even initiated wanting to, come aboard with my husband's company for Your Brothers LLC with the expediting. So, we strive to be excellent in what it is that we do, and I'm so appreciative for that. So I thank you very much. And I'm going to pass this up to Granny. Old name, Granny. That's okay. Look, Granny, they call me Grandma.
Crowns by Mahogany.
I'm going to go real fast because time is expedient, and I have not broken my fast, and I need to go brew some coffee, mind your business. I'm going to say this. I am me. And if you know me, you know. I mean, when Mary was sewing, I was on the playground, because I'm just 28 years old. I don't know about the rest of y'all. So it was 3 decades, and I was on the playground. I was playing kickball. So I ain't old enough to even be in that level right now. But other than that, if you know me, you know me. And I strive to give you a piece of me in every piece that I make. My name is Miss Mahogany. We are Crowns by Mahogany, which is the Tams, turbans, and we do now what is the thing called? A beret. We make the reversible beret. Also, too, if you go on crownsbymahogany.com, which is our website, you'll see modest clothing like you see behind me. Clothing you'll see me on. More clothing will be coming to the website coming very soon, but you will see a multiple variety amounts of Tams. And that logo right there is me. So I put a lot into that little pretty face right there. That's me. Crownsbymahogany.com. I'm not going to hold it too long, but you can find me. Your granny is bi-coastal. I am, as I told the sister, I have dual citizenship at Compton Mosque number 54 and Muhammad Mosque number 27 in Los Angeles. So if you know me, just say Granny sent you, and trust me, they're going to get you a good seat. You ain't going to sit in the front because I'll be cutting up, but they'll get you a good seat. I thank you all for coming. We appreciate every single one of you all for hanging on with us longer than an hour. If you need anything from each one of us, we all have our social media pages, which you probably already follow. I am at They Call Me Granny on Instagram. I am Crowns by Mahogany on Facebook, and Trice Muhammad, that's Trice, Trice Muhammad on Facebook. So if you need us, please holler. We are going to do part 2 of this. I am in love with this topic right here. I think that we need to peruse it a little further and go a little bit deeper and figure out a little more. But before we go, sisters, I just want to read one more thing to you to say. Remember, it says, I want you to tell yourself today, I love myself no matter what.
I love
no matter what. I love myself because no matter what, I live in the hood. And the hood ain't me. It's part of me, but it ain't all the way me. But I love myself no matter what. Even when my shoes don't fit, I love myself no matter what. My clothes don't fit, mind your business, because Ramadan to me didn't, I did good, but I'm a late night eater. No matter what. I love me, and I'm happy with me, and I want you to love you and be happy with you. And on that note, Sister tagged herself in YouTube. On that note, we're going to say we thank you once again. May Allah continue to bless each and every one of you. And please like, follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It ain't gonna cost you nothing to hit the button and just tag on, and so they can tell you we coming on next. The Granny told you to. Thank again. Oh, and Carmen, we appreciate you, and we love giving you these great conversations. And please share, because if you liked it, who else is gonna like it? We ain't saying that we all here, Dr. Philin, and I'm not Granny, Dr. Granny. She ain't Dr. Monique, Dr. Mary, but we have 3 sisters who are living in our own area, in our own time, and we can tell you what we've learned in our own little space and time in this little world. May you all continue to be blessed. Ramadan Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, and have a beautiful night. Goodbye,
everybody.
Assalamualaikum.
Appreciate you.
Walaikum salam.
This is beautiful.